It's great to have Wayne Bennet here as our head coach for the next 3 years. It's his first day here at the Rabbitohs today. These three gentlemen need no introduction, but of course we have Sam Burgess, Wayne Bennet and John Sutton, and I'll now pass over to Wayne to make his opening comments, then we'll open up for questions.
Yeah, thanks. Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for everybody for turning up. It's been a long time coming for me. I was nearly here 7 years ago, but it didn't happen. But I'm pleased to be here today and working with a great group of guys and had my first training session. All went very well and are highly organised, and it's going to make it very easy for me to make the transition with very little notice. But as I said, it's a pleasure to be here with such a great club, with such a great history, and be a part of such a 300-game player on my right and one of the great players in that game on our left. And so it's just a pleasure.
Wayne, how many emotions walking the Redfern this morning to wear the famous colours?
Yeah, no, a bit mixed good. But yeah, had a look in the mirror when I put the shirt on. Looked okay, so I kept going.
Was it a bit of a whirlwind weekend? I think that's back up quickly with Sydney.
Yeah, very quickly. 3:30 Sunday afternoon. First time I knew about it, so yeah.
Did you ever think you'd be here?
No, I didn't. It was never part of the plans. It was never part of the discussion in the early piece when I agreed to come here in 2020. It was never on the agenda.
So until you found out, there was no realisation about the Sunday?
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, which I was not always privy to, and which were never at my instigation, but that was happening there, so I wasn't unfamiliar with what could happen. And but you know, I'm pleased to be here, and I'm pleased I came here on my terms in the sense that I didn't have to leave the Broncos. I was asked to leave, sack, whatever terminology you want to use. Doesn't worry me. I got a clear conscience.
Wayne, how do you feel about being sacked by a voicemail?
Look, I'm not here to discuss that today. I'm going to talk about South Sydney. That's what I'll do. And they can wait for another day.
Wayne, did you approach those guys representing South to gently see what we'll lose to?
Yeah, I did on the request of Shane Richardson, because they were guys that were under contract. They wanted to keep them here, and I was going to be the long-term coach here from 2020. And I talked to him about contract, and with Alex in his particular case, he was thinking about moving clubs in the middle of his contract, and South weren't keen to lose him. So that was purely what the discussions were about.
Do you ever reference 2019 discussions and plans?
No, well, I may well have referenced them, but if I did, it wasn't that I was coming here to coach straight away, because I didn't know that. I didn't, and at the end of the day, I made a decision to stay at the Broncos, and I'm here under other circumstances now. As I said, I'm not here to go into detail about all that stuff. It's just it's done now. I'm just happy to be here, and I feel all the support that I need as a coach. It's, you know, our job's difficult in many ways, but you certainly need the support of the board and those that are in those positions, and I've got that here, and the CEO and everybody else, so I can enjoy what I'm doing.
You're a strong personality, Wayne. How do you think you'll get on with Russell Crowe?
Well, I don't know. I don't know Russell at all. I've met him once or twice. Everyone tells me he's a good bloke. Sam thinks he's a great bloke, so Sam says he's a good bloke. That's all I need to know.
How have you dealings been with him so far?
No, I've had hardly any dealings with him. The longest I've ever talked to him was in Denver when we played the Test match over there with England. He turned up at the game to watch the game, and I spent 10 minutes talking to him there, but we never talked about coming to South at that time because that wasn't on the agenda, and just generally talked.
Have you had any messages from him since you
Yeah, I got a nice message from him, yeah. Got a lot of nice messages, actually. It's been very pleasant.
Wayne, is it premiership goal for 2019 and how achievable is it?
Oh, well, it always comes down to premierships. Everybody wants to ask that question, but, you know, there's a lot of work in front of us here, and it wouldn't matter where you're coaching, there's a lot of work in front. Need a little bit of luck, need a few things to go for you, but the quality players are here, the club's geared for it. I've been really impressed with today, the facilities and how it all works here, and the staff are really good. I could feel a real good comradeship amongst the players, real mateship, genuine stuff here today. Just walking around, when you've been in enough change rooms, you kind of get it pretty quickly. And so, you know, everything's in place. It's just a matter of how we play our football, and how we go with injuries and a little bit of luck that we're going to need.
Wait, I know it won't be the first time that you have coached against them, but given what's happened over the last 48 hours or so, you started thinking about what it would feel like in round 8?
No, you guys will make a big deal of it, but it won't be a big deal to me. No. My focus will be on us playing well on the day and doing the best we can and not making it personal. It's not personal for the players, so I'm not going to drag my baggage into their lives, so it won't happen on my watch. It'll be a round 8 game of footy against the Broncos, quality footy team, and we'll be out there doing our best.
Are you a bit heartbroken with how it finished with Brisbane?
What's that?
Are you a bit heartbroken with how it did all finish with Brisbane?
Do I look heartbroken?
Do you expect a few Broncos players to follow you here?
If you look at, the times I've been, when I left the Broncos last time, one player followed me. That was because the club didn't want him. So I don't have a history of taking players out of the Broncos when I've been away from there, and that's not going to happen now. If somebody wants to come, that's fine. But outside of that, they've got a good club there, and they've got good people around them. So they're happy with their environment, with their families. That's more important than.
Wayne, what about your coaching staff? Do you bring anyone from Brisbane down here?
No, that's a bit of a myth, actually. I do want to clear that up for those guys up there that have been told to go gardening for a week. There's been 4 of them. I've been sidelined for a week. They've been told just to go away, and their futures will be decided next week. Okay, I have great empathy for those people, and that hasn't happened here. There's not one person told here to go gardening. Not one guy's lost his job. When I was interviewed for the 2020 job, Shane Richardson told me that I couldn't bring staff with me. I mentioned bringing staff. He got in first. He said they had a wonderful staff here. They were happy with them. They were all contracted. And I said, that's fine, Shane. That's what you want. I don't want someone losing their job because I'm turning up. And that's how it's panned out. And pleasure to work with them this morning. Good pros. Pardon?
Are you hoping to re-sign them?
Absolutely. That's what I rang him for a couple of months ago.
Wayne, do you leave on good terms with Blake and get a chance to say goodbye to them all?
No, you don't get a chance to say goodbye to anybody when they sack you and tell you not to come back to the building. So, but that's fine. We'll all get over it.
Don't feel like an ego when you're sacked, and you're very proud of that.
No, I didn't. I was happy to be sacked.
Why did you say that?
I'll just leave it at that. I was happy.
How high on the priority list is
It's high on our priority list. The club's been working hard on that, and so they're optimistic that he'll stay with us. We all want him to stay here, so that's up to him and his management now. But he's certainly a valued player here, and the guys love playing with him. They've all got great raps on him, and great bloke. So.
You mentioned the conversations around Alex Johnston. Have you resolved that issue? Do you think he'll be here in February?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do. I'm not so sure about him. I'm not totally up to date on him.
Does GI remain your first choice as a fullback?
No, it's not my first choice as a fullback. I want to talk to GI about what he wants, where he wants to play, where he thinks that the team will benefit most from his position. He's been one of the great players in our game, and when it's all added up and history and the mortals and everything else, he's going to be right up there amongst them all. So I don't like telling those guys where they have to play. I want them, when they've given so much, to be happy where they're playing. I put Darius in the centres this year, and he was happy to do that because that's what the club needed. I'm sure Greg will be in the same boat, but I need to talk to him first and just make sure that he doesn't want to play fullback, but centre is his preferred position, or vice versa.
Wayne, did you feel welcome straight away about playing?
Yeah, I did. Sam gave me a cuddle. I'm sorry Tom and George weren't here. They'd have cuddled me too. We've worked closely with the English team together, and got a great rapport, and I think he's a fine guy, Sam, and a great leader, and he'll be a great help to me here.
Wayne, what did you wait for that?
Because it was important to me.
What was important about it?
I've been a team member all of my life. I live team, I talk team, and some of my team were being isolated and cut out. and I couldn't walk out on him.
Just to clarify, is Demetrio coming?
But no, he's not coming, not at the moment, no. Never been part of the discussions here. None of the staff members of the Broncos were ever part of the discussions. When Shane said they had the staff here, they were happy with the staff, that was where it stopped. Didn't even start.
How much of that situation were you staff?
No, I've said enough, that's okay, that's...
Will you explore your legal options for seeking full payout?
They tell me that's confidential, but I keep reading things in the paper, so someone must be leaking something somewhere. But I'll stay confidential.